Welcome back to the ETF Inspector. It is Wednesday, September 10th, 5 o'clock in the evening, and this is our daily recap video for Roundhill's weekly paying funds. The first three are 0 DTEs on the indexes, QDTE for the NASDAQ 100, XDTE for the S&P 500, and RDTE for the Russell 2000. The last being YBTC, the Bitcoin Covered Call Strategy ETF. If you don't already follow me on X, it's at ETF_Inspector1. I post things, repost things like the distributions or the declarations for this group of ETFs, as well as the daily trades, and I let you know when videos are premiering. All right, we take a look at how the markets did today. First off, NDX, NASDAQ 100, up just slightly, 0.04%. QDTE fund outperformed, going up 0.13%. SPX, the S&P 500, up 0.3%, while XDTE again outperformed, going up 0.34%. The Russell 2000 was down slightly, 0.16%. RDTE again outperforming, only dropping 0.06%. And then finally, YBTC is based off of IBIT. IBIT was up 2.07%. YBTC was not able to keep up, only up 1.31%. All right, we'll take a look at how the trades went for the day. So we start off with QDTE, selling 392 calls on the NDX, expiring today with a strike of 23,990, collecting $16.69 per share premium, or $654,000. The NDX closed at 23,849, well below that strike price, so it doesn't cost anything to settle out, and it is a full $654,000 profit. As far as the holdings are concerned, there was an increase on the farthest dated deep in the money calls that they are long. They went up to 63 contracts here on these September 18th, 2026, $2,250 calls, 13 more now. There's $935 million in assets under management. There was a decrease, people selling out of the fund yesterday, 300,000 shares, bringing the outstanding shares to 25,770,000. Once again, numbers are not looking right. Obviously, on an up day, that shouldn't be the case. So, unless we'll check one thing real quick. 25,770. So something along with the numbers isn't adding up. This generally results in they just haven't properly updated the outstanding shares. Sometimes they're a couple days late. So obviously either less sold out of it than the number reported, or people bought right back into it. But in any case, there's no way. We started the day with a 36.30 NAV, and our underlying went up, and our share price would be below that NAV. So stay tuned for that. In the next couple of days, that'll all even out. It's possible they've got everything I've got here numbers-wise is copied and pasted, so it's not something on my end, but Roundhill's numbers aren't always perfect. Today is Wednesday the 10th. This is Declaration Day, even though technically we did find out last night, late at night, they update their website. So if you don't already follow me, last night, 19 hours ago, I posted the distributions for QDTE, XDTE, and RDTE. So Q, my guess was 25 cents after their last one was, I believe, like over 30. Take a look. Or 28, okay. Last one was 28. My guesstimate was 25 on this one. They paid 20. So much lower. Still comes out to be an almost 30% annual yield. But as far as my guess was concerned, I was off by 24.7%. That sounds horrible. It might be better to just say I was off by 5 cents. But so today was declaration day, tomorrow is X day, and Friday will be payday. Next we go to XDTE. They sold 637 calls on the SPX expiring today for $6,555 strike price, collecting $3.98 per share, or $253,000. SPX closed at 65.32, well below that 65.55. It doesn't cost anything to settle out, and it's a full $253,000 profit on the day. XDTE changes in holdings. They have two less contracts here at this about to expire SPX, $540.50 calls. There was 162 yesterday and 160 today. Other than that, no major changes. Everything should increase slightly in value tomorrow because the S&P went up today. There's $417 million in assets under management, 9,555,000 shares, and obviously NAV starting the day 43.66, and we went up climbing to that 44.02. Declaration day here as well. I got this guess a whole lot closer. My guess was 21.5 cents, and they paid just over 21 cents, so I missed it by 2%, or less than a half of a cent. So did better on that one. Again, you could buy today. I believe you can even buy in the extended hours. You just can't buy tomorrow to get counted for the dividend. Tomorrow you got to already own them. So I'm pretty sure. So look it up before you go making any investment decisions based on it. But I think so long as you purchase before after hours closes tonight, then you get counted for the distribution. All right, and then last of the zero DTEs, RDTE sold 644 calls on the Russell 2000 expiring today, $2,400 strike price, $2.38 premium per share, $153,000. The Russell 2000 closing at 2,378. So again, well below that sold strike. They end worthless. Don't cost anything to close out, and it's a full $153,000 profit. No changes in the holdings here. Everything will slightly decrease in value tomorrow because the underlying dropped by 0.16% roughly. Again, the Excel numbers to pull sometimes take a little while to settle out. $153 million in assets under management, 4,570,000 shares. As you can see, just a slight decrease based off the NAV at the start of the day. The guess for this one, 29 cents was my guess. Their most recent payout was 32.36 cents. So I went below their most recent, down to 29, and they went down to 22. So they were literally 10 cents less than last week's payment. So obviously I missed that guesstimate by a mile, 28% to be exact. Still came out to a 35% annual yield. Again, declaration day today, X day tomorrow, distribution day on Friday. And finally, YBTC. Today was X day for them. They announced on Tuesdays, X on Wednesday, and payout on Thursday. So that was a 38.2337 cent per share distribution. When we look at them, they've got $303 million in assets under management, 6,750,000 shares. They did have a nice day today. Now, according to this, they were up 1.7%, but when we looked at this, it was only 1.3, so 45.65. So we'll wait till things settle out, but either way, it was an up day, and they did well. Their synthetic is still in the negative by about 2.25%. It's at 66.70 with the underlying IBIT closing at 64.53 or roughly thereabout. So that number tomorrow, once we get the holdings update, will be less negative. It's going to get closer to zero, but it will still be in the negative. Our our sold calls, our short calls to generate income, 48,493 of them, $65.34 strike price. So they are still out of the money by about 1.25%, but chances are that might actually go up. That might have closed up today, even though it's not in the money. Since it moved up quickly, 2%, there's a possibility that that went up as well. But if it were to stay this way the rest of the week, it would expire worthless and end up being a nice win. So, all right, that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. Watch out tomorrow for the post on X with the trades, and then tomorrow's daily recap video. Thank you. Have a good night.